Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna do this video a little bit different. I'm just gonna film the cards instead of me actually showing the cards, and we'll see how that works out, if it's better, if it's worse. We'll figure it out together. So today I was drawn to make this reading for you guys and focus on, if you're feeling stuck, like why you are stuck, to explore that and how you can get out of the stuckness. So I just wanted to, give some guidance, because I know a lot of people might be feeling, because their usual routines are kind of affected, so you might end up feeling stuck in a situation because a lot of things out of your control are happening in the world right now. So let's just have a look why you might be stuck and how you can get out of it. So I've prepared 3 piles, and then I will shuffle some cards on camera for you guys as well for additional messages. I haven't looked at these cards, I just randomly shuffled and picked them for group 1, 2 and 3 to make this video a little bit shorter, but I'm going to just get to the point. So this is pile number 1. The middle one is obviously pile number 2, and this one here is pile number 3. So 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so take a moment and meditate, and ask yourself, your spirit guides, tune in which pile you are most drawn to and which one is actually your reading. So you can pause this video or just take a moment and breathe and choose the pile you're most drawn to. And then I will put the timestamps down in the description below, so you can go straight into the reading without having to watch everyone else's reading. Okay, so I'm just gonna go straight into it, starting with pile number 1. So if you've chosen pile number 1, this is your reading, and I'm just gonna go straight into it. I'll pull a few cards out, and then we're going to have a look at them. All right, so first one is clear sentence. Okay, so you might be feeling, if you're feeling stuck, like you really need to notice what's going on in your life right now. Kind of like be aware what it is that's actually making you upset. Okay, tune into your emotions and your feelings, because they're communicating to you. Is it because you can't see your friends and family? Is it because of financial stress? Like really tune in to figure out what it is that you're worried about, because this card is suggesting that you are quite intuitive yourself, and your body is telling you what is wrong. It's like, the red flags are kind of flashing in your brain right now. So kind of like listen to those red flags, because once we figure out what is wrong and what is bothering us, we can then look at like how to fix it, or how we can cope better with it, like what to do about it. So kind of like make sure that you're still like tuning into yourself and meditating and listening to your own body, to what it's telling you. And then we've got the nurture card. So to me, this is saying that you're not looking after yourself very well, and you need to improve on that to get through this phase in your life. Okay, you really need to make sure that you're looking after yourself. You're kind of like, you're being your own parent, and like you're like your inner child, and like make sure that you're like protecting your inner child, if that makes sense. Like, kind of like baby yourself, like do nice things for yourself, be really gentle. If a baby, I don't know, falls over, like you don't get angry at them, you just, comfort them to make sure that they are okay and they're not hurt. So if something's going on like wrong in your life right now, and you're feeling kind of stuck and not sure what to do, make sure that you're not getting frustrated with yourself, and that you're just there for yourself to comfort yourself. Okay, so nurturing yourself is really important. Let's have a look at some other cards that we've got. Okay, so we've got, that is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles in reverse is suggesting that, you're not really thinking clearly right now. Like right now, your brain is just, I don't know, I feel like kind of like over fried with information, but at the same time, you don't have many things to properly process. You know what I mean? It's kind of like there's a lot going on in your head, and a lot of worries and anxieties, but nothing that you're actually trying to pay attention to or resolve. You're just kind of like letting your brain wander and like not actually getting anywhere. And the Queen of Pentacles is a pretty like positive card when it's upright. You know, it's symbolizing, you know, being financially stable and just like knowing what you want from life and just like, you know, knowing what you have to do. But it came in reverse for you guys, so this is saying to me that, you know, finances could be difficult right now. Even like health issues I get from this card, like things with your health are going kind of poorly at the moment, or you're worried that things are gonna go poorly with your health. So yeah. The next card we have is, okay, so you guys, the High Priestess card is all about looking within, because the answers are not on the outside. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're looking inwards, that you're spending time with yourself to properly get to know you, not just complain that you're bored, that you have nothing to do, that you're sick of like, I don't know, just staying at home and watching TV all the time. Like, use this time effectively, because you can grow a lot as a person from this time period. You know, there's blessings in disguise in everything that's going on in life right now. So kind of like try to figure out what the blessings are, look within and try and figure out what you need to do. And you might, you know, get answers. You might be guided like, okay, if this, I don't know, job, you're worried if you've lost a job or something like that, you know, maybe you're going to meditate and figure out that all you have to do is message your boss and ask about the situation. You know what I mean? Like, rather than dwelling on it, like really look deep inside of you, and ask questions, and like your own mind and your own body is going to give you those answers. And then we've got Ten of Pentacles. So you've had the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So you guys have a lot of pentacles in your reading today. So that's, you know, telling me that there's a lot of financial issues or worries, okay? Maybe you have enough money to get through to pay the bills, but you're really worried about, you know, the future, about how things are going to be. And that is completely understandable. So, you know, try to like, you know, I know it's easier said than done, but try to relax. You know, you are inside your own home, and, you know, we see this colorful book that's kind of like on the window. So wherever, you know, you are, you're safe, you're okay, you're at home, you're in a, you know, comfortable place, you know, so you're nice and warm, and, you know, things are kind of like, try to look at the blessings on the inside, because on the outside, you know, it's snowing, it's cold, it's freezing, you know, so kind of like try and like look at it that, you know, you are protecting yourself and you're like safe and okay, and you're grateful for that, rather than like, I don't know, being like homeless or out there in the world where it's cold, where you wouldn't have anything to eat. So kind of like focus on the good things in your life right now, rather than just focusing on the bad, because it's a lot easier to focus on the things that are wrong in our lives rather than actually be grateful for what we have. Okay, then we've got Archangel Raphael. Okay, so this is saying that you've got Archangel Raphael with you, and he's a healer, okay? He is all about healing your mind, your body, your soul. If you've lost a sense of who you are, he can heal that. He can point you in the right direction. If you've been sick or you're worried about being sick, you know, Archangel Raphael is around you. So if you do get sick, or I don't know, if you have, I don't know, chronic health issues, and, you know, you're going to be in a flare or something like that, like, you're going to get through it, because you won't be alone. So you don't have to worry about things going wrong with your health, because you're gonna have support, you know, from people out there in the community, as well as your own, you know, guides and angels that are surrounding you. So definitely, you know, health. And I even felt the health going on with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So like health issues. So health wise, you know, be mindful, but don't worry too much, because usually when we worry, we actually manifest that. So if you're really scared about getting sick, you're actually more likely to get sick, because that's what all you think about. So that's what you're sending out into the universe, and that's what the universe is gonna give you. So if you focus on like healing, on being healthy and happy and comfortable, that's what the universe is gonna give you, okay? So make sure that you're focusing on the right things, okay, you guys? And then we've got the divine physician, okay? Once again, some kind of healing going on, okay? And kind of like natural healing, you know, I think this is like Jesus healing people with like his presence, with his hands. You know, you see these lights going from his hands and actually healing this lady, and there's like people like looking. So I definitely feel that, you know, you need to remember that there are bigger things going on out there. Like there's like, you know, it's really easy to slip into the low vibrational issues in the world right now. You know, whether that could be like you're unhappy with the government, you're unhappy with, you know, how everyone is reacting to what's going on, you know, but you need to focus on like, you know, the bigger things in life, like your life purpose. And I actually should do a video about that actually. Let me know if you want a video about your life purpose. I can do a reading for that. But, you know, try and like focus on like what actually you want to accomplish in life, and like connect to, you know, God, to angels, to, you know, whoever it is that you connect to the higher, you know, higher spiritual things rather than the low dark energies, okay? Let's have a look what else we've got with these beautiful unicorn cards. Okay, we've got the hello and goodbye card. Okay, so something definitely needs to end in your life. Okay, so if you've been scared to end it, it's going to have an end on its own, and it's gonna leave you feeling absolutely horrible because you've been scared of an ending. But if it does end, just remember that it is happening for a reason. It's happening because it was never meant for you, and you were not listening to your own thoughts and to your own feelings, you know. And so basically whatever happens, whatever ends, whether it's a relationship, anything that could end in your life, remember that there's a blessing and it happened for a reason, because everything happens for a reason. Okay, I know it's sometimes hard to like think that way, especially when there's like tragedies and like our loved ones pass away, or like really awful things happen, you know, violence and all that. But there is definitely something good that can come out of it, whether you actually can help other people because you've been through it, so you can help others, or actually it's just gonna like help you grow as a person. So I don't want to like talk too much about that, but you know, like whatever happens for a reason, and there is definitely something new coming, and in order for something new to come, you need to say goodbye to the old. So be prepared for some kind of endings. Then we've got family culture. So this could also be something in a family, you know, maybe there's been like a huge argument going on or something like that. And so for a while you need to step away from your family, or like you need to just mentally distance yourself, like don't dwell on it, don't argue with them over and over. But this could also mean that, you know, the good thing that's coming as well for you guys is like, you know, perhaps you're going to start a family of your own. Perhaps your partner is going to propose. Perhaps you're going to get pregnant. You know, these will be different things for different people. Obviously, a lot of different people, different individuals will click on this video from completely different, you know, families and situations. So basically, you know, for some people, this could be that, you know, your family life is going to improve, and, you know, you're going to perhaps spend more time with, you know, your family and really get to know them. And you might be, I don't know, FaceTiming your grandparents when maybe you haven't done that in the past in a long while, and you're going to connect with your family that way as well. Okay. And then wish upon a star. So remember to have goals all the time, because without goals, without hope, we can't really function as people. Okay, so you need to remember to set goals, no matter how big, how small. Just have them, even if you can't start them right now. You know, definitely write them down so you have something to focus on. And you'll start at your own pace. You know, don't rush anything. Just do everything as it feels comfortable. If you force anything, then it's not going, you know, forcing anything is not good at all. If you force or like jump into a relationship, you're more than likely to, you know, end up in a breakup. if you just take it slowly and go naturally into it and see what happens, you're more likely to stay together. You know what I mean? So if you force anything, and now I'm getting messages of like weight loss or things like that, like weight issues. So if you kind of like try to, I don't know, gain muscles, okay, trying to gain weight, you know, trying to be more muscular. So you've been doing, I don't know, maybe you have weights at home and you've been doing a lot of like weights, but you're overdoing it, you're not taking it slowly, and it's gonna end up hurting you. You know what I mean? So like really take it slowly and don't rush anything, and do it like at a slow pace. Okay, then we've got. Okay, so next we have the angel of health. So once again, for you guys, group number 1, health has come through for you in this reading. So this is like a reminder to remember that you are protected, your loved ones are protected. You know, here on the picture we see like an elderly couple who are, you know, remembering the good times they had together, and they're like supporting one another in bed. Perhaps she's a little bit sick, but she does have an angel of health sitting by her side, and basically helping her get back into good health. So this is like a really positive card to remember that you don't have to worry about your health so much, because if it does go downhill, like, you're going to be protected. Then we've got angel of remembrance. Okay, so this is a reminder as well for, you know, your loved ones who have passed away in the past, you know, your ancestors, you know, things like that. Like, this is like to remember them and their spirit, you know, and perhaps someone from your past is like trying to communicate with you, you know, someone that has passed away, and maybe they see you struggling a little bit, so they came down onto the earth to spend some time with you. So kind of like stay open to like, you know, hearing things, or even like smelling like the perfume that they used to wear all the time. Or like if you randomly turn on like the TV and there's like an ad for a movie that was a person's favorite movie that immediately reminds you of them, that could symbolize that they are around you and they're trying to give you signs that they are protecting you, and that they are, you know, supporting you, and that they are on your side. And then we've got angel of unity. Okay, so remember to avoid any kind of conflict at the moment. Kind of like go with the flow, and don't make too dramatic changes in your life. Kind of like just do the best you can at the, like, in this time, and try and, like, you know, get support from people around you, and don't try to fight them off when someone like reaches out to you. Like, you know, really like listen to what they have to say, and like take on board their advice, because, you know, there's a lot of people around you that are trying to help, but maybe right now you can't see that, you feel so alone. But, you know, this could even be like the people that have passed away. You know, they are always with you in spirit. It doesn't necessarily have to symbolize like just this one angel. Okay, this could be like a lot of like people that have passed away in your life are with you, so you are never truly alone. Something to remember. And then the last card that we have here, and then I'm gonna shuffle some more. Okay, so the first card says, forget who you are. And I know that this sounds bad, but with this card, you know, I feel that you have to become your true self and not be the person who people want you to be. Okay, so forget like who your friends expect you to be, who your family expects you to be, what job they expect you to do. You know, really do what is best for you. Okay, don't listen to anyone else. Like, you know, really, like, you know, have people to support you. Don't like go against them. Don't make arguments. Don't fight them. But at the same time, you come first, and you have to stay true to who you are. And you should never change for anyone ever. So if someone's trying to control you or manipulate you or make decisions for you, that's a toxic relationship, and they need to go out of your life. Whether, you know, just for a little while, or whether you want to cut the cords forever with them, that is up to you. But, you know, you definitely need to take space away from those people if they are trying to, you know, be controlling. Now we've got keep up. Okay, so with this card, you know, she seems very like emotional. She looks very confused and scared, and she's holding a clock. So I feel like this could be you guys feeling that, you know, time is ticking, but at the same time, nothing is really happening right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just kind of like not doing anything productive, and you feel stuck, and you're like, what am I meant to be doing with my life right now? Like, you feel stuck, you know. And the clock keeps going, you know, days go by and you feel like you haven't made any progress. So just be like gentle with yourself, and like remember, as I said earlier in this reading, that you can still do productive things despite not really being able to, you know, do too much. Like, you can still do the little things. So like use your time wisely as well, and use it for your advantage. And then the last card that we have is choices. So you guys also had the hello and goodbye card come earlier. So, you know, maybe you need to decide what you want to let go of, and what you want to keep. So you've got definitely some choices that you need to be making in your life right now. Things are not set in stone, and you can also change your mind. So if you changed your mind, you know, in the past and you went one direction, you can change your mind again and go a different direction if the one that you're on isn't working for you. So I hope I'm making sense. And let's just pull some additional cards. I'm just gonna quickly shuffle. Okay, for group number 1, what else do they need to know? Spirit, please communicate. What else do they need to know? Okay, I'll pull another card. Okay, this card wanted to come through. Okay, so we've pulled additional 2 cards, and now they are both major arcana, so they are both like really powerful cards. So you've got the shadow card. Okay, so, you know, as I said earlier, just really be yourself. Like, don't hide in the shadows. Don't be like, if you are born to be a leader, don't be a follower, be the leader. You know what I mean? Like, take things into your own hands, and don't be afraid of people's judgments. And just, you know, really step out of your light, and like, just don't do what people want you to do. Like, don't copy other people. Like, go on your own pathway and do what is right for you, because what works for one person doesn't work for another. So really make your life's journey individualized. And then the last card that came through is the truth. So okay, so if someone has been like lying or keeping secrets from you, or you've been keeping secrets from someone else, the truth is gonna come out. So this is something to be aware of as well. Or if you're not sure if you should open up to someone about a certain thing that has happened, maybe you told someone you would keep their promise and like keep whatever they told you a secret. You know, this is telling you the secret needs to come out. It will one way or another. So just something to be mindful of. It's never good to lie to people or hide things from people if it's regarding them and it's like not doing them good when you're keeping the secret. So like, you know, just be aware that this can cause some issues, some setbacks, but the truth does need to come out, and it will. Okay, group number 1, I'm going to move on to group number 2, and I hope you like this reading. Please let me know how it resonated, and I'll see you next time. Okay, group number 2, if you selected group number 2, this is your reading, and I'm just gonna go straight into it and get to the point. So I always take a few cards at a time, and we're going to look into what they are saying. So the first card that we have is divine order for you guys. Okay, so, you know, things are going in the order they need to be going in. So if you feel stuck and trapped and you're like, why aren't things moving? Just remember that things are going exactly as they should be right now. So you should stop worrying about that, because it's like out of your control. And you know, things always happen for a reason, you guys. So everything is exactly how it needs to be. So you don't have to like worry. And you know, you might not see it, but there is something like deeper going on, why things are moving slow or why they are moving fast or however they are moving for you. It's just happening exactly how it needs to happen right now. Then we've got the comfort card. Okay, you guys need to remember to look after yourself, to do a lot of self-care, self-love, do nice things for yourself, take it easy. You know, you need to, like, if you want to sleep in, go out for a walk, you know, just do things that are good for your body, for your physical body as well as your mental health. You know, read a good book, make sure that you're eating enough nutritious food, drinking plenty of water, just doing a lot of nice things. And especially if, you're isolated right now, you could be, feeling really alone right now. So, for your own comfort and do something that's comforting, you can call a friend, you can like FaceTime with your family members, your grandparents, like reach out to people, and make sure that, you are looking after yourself and you're taking it easy and you're not too hard on yourself. The next card we have is crystal clear intentions. Okay, so group number 2, you need to remember that whatever you're thinking, you're manifesting at the same time. So you have to focus on the good stuff in order to bring the good stuff into your life. If you're focusing on like negativity and a lot of worries and doubts, you're going to create that, even though if it like wouldn't naturally happen. If you keep thinking something in your head over and over and over and over, eventually the universe is gonna listen and it's gonna like bring it into life. So, nothing is set in stone in life, and that's something we have to all remember. Whatever is kind of predicted, whatever is coming your way, it can have a like complete turnaround in one way or another if you decide to change that pathway. We all have free will in life, and whatever we're trying to manifest, whatever we're trying to get rid of, like that's what we're going to bring more of into our lives. Okay, then we've got the Temperance card in reverse. Okay, group number 2. This is telling me that things are not flowing nicely. Okay, there is not things aren't going smoothly in your life right now. There's a lot of imbalance going on. And I feel there's some kind of manipulation going on as well in your life. Someone's like taking something from you. It doesn't have to be physical. It could be like, a feeling, like someone's like just creating drama and conflict and manipulating you and controlling you. And I feel you're kind of like stuck in that dynamic, and it's not healthy for you. So, as I was saying earlier, you can always like turn it around into something positive so the water flows nicely. So if you know who this person is, that it's not really good for you right now, just like let them know that you're taking time to like connect with your own self, and then like you want to take a break and just, stop messaging them back, stop picking up their calls if it's someone that makes you unhappy. Okay, if you always feel like if you're dreading that person's messages, you're really scared you're gonna run into them, things like that, that is saying to you that you don't want them in your life. The next card we have is the Fool in reverse. Okay, you guys, this is powerful as well. This is telling me that you're kind of like going ahead without knowing the risks that you're doing. So this could be like some kind of self-damaging behavior that you're doing to yourself, whether you know about it, or whether it's like you're not intentional, but you're doing something or going towards something that's going to hurt you in the end. So this is kind of like a warning. It doesn't mean that, you can't change it. This is letting you know that you need to think about your actions and like your thoughts and like what you want to do, and then really focus on like the consequences. So like imagine if you do this, what's going to happen afterwards. And if you don't like the results, then obviously you need to change your action. Just be careful. Don't go into danger, run away from danger. Don't run towards danger. And just really, make sure that you're doing like what's best for you in the long run, not what's best for you right now. And I felt like it was needed to say that. Like, look at the bigger picture. Like, for right now, whatever you might do would be helpful for you, but in the long run, there's gonna be negative consequences. So always look at the bigger picture, you guys. And the next card we have is the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so you need to like focus on yourself. You need to put yourself a priority right now, because you have a lot more control than you give yourself credit for. You have a lot of wisdom surrounding you. You have the intuition. You just need to like trust yourself and trust your gut feelings, because you have, you're more powerful than you realize. Okay, and once again, I feel like you need to focus on like what you're thinking about and what you're manifesting, because whatever you're thinking is gonna come into action as well. So I feel like there needs to be some change in thinking happening. Like, stop thinking about the worst case scenarios and stop worrying so much, because it's not gonna do you any good. And this could also, like, it's the Pentacles card. So financially, you could be having a lot of worries right now, or like just in general, finances are like not going good right now for you. So this is saying you can, turn it around, and finances will come to you because you are smarter than the situation, and you can like figure out a way out of it. So if you are struggling, you have it in yourself, like within yourself, to change it around and do something for the better. The next cards we have, Four of Roses, views of the ego. Okay, so ego could be playing a really big part in your life right now, group number 2. So put ego away, okay? Just really, as I said, like strip away all the expectations that you give yourself, that other people put on you, and just, be happy with what you've got. Don't try to prove anything to anyone. Just be genuinely, happy with what you've got. Be grateful for the things, and don't worry about how other people might be viewing you, because, you might be feeling like everyone's judging you and looking at you, but in reality, everyone's like looking at at themselves in the mirror. So no one's like paying attention to you. So you don't have to like worry about pleasing them, because, they're not really paying attention anyway. And then we've got Seven of Forces, the balance card. Okay, so whatever you're doing in your life right now is out of balance. So you need to like restore that balance back into your life. You have to, do things that balance one another. Okay, so if you, for example, haven't had too much sleep, for example, well, your sacrifice for that day is, you can't really do much, physical exercise. You're gonna have headaches, you're gonna be tired. That's, because, you haven't been sleeping. But if you need to like you need to balance it out. So you need to like take it easy that day, or go and have a nap. But if you like do things in extremes, like you go, days without sleep, and you exercise too much, and drinking too much alcohol, and you're not looking after yourself, then like it's going into extremes, and you're not balancing out with the good stuff that's good for you, that could help you from the situation. So really find balance in your life right now in every aspect. Like always focus on like, whatever you're doing, and make sure that it's, it's basically good for you in the long run. Then we have happy thoughts. So this is like a really strong reminder for you guys. This is a theme that's coming through for you in this reading a lot. You need to think about what you're thinking, and you need to change a few things. Okay, this is something that like came up multiple times for group number 2. So you're thinking really, like you're thinking negative stuff, okay? Let's be real. So you need to change that thinking, because if you don't, you're gonna be stuck exactly where you are right now. And if you've been asking yourself a question, or you had a question before you clicked on this reading, well, the answer says definitely yes. So if you're thinking about making a decision towards something, and you've been too scared to do it, or you like didn't trust yourself enough to go ahead and do it, well, this is confirming to you that definitely you need to go do it. The answer is yes, go for it. Okay, these will be different things to different people, whatever's kind of like on your mind right now. And then also remember to take it one step at a time. Once again, find balance. Don't do things to the extremes. If you run towards something, like you're not gonna get very far. You need to take it one step at a time, at a slow, steady pace, and you'll get to your final like destinations, but you can't rush it, and you can't skip steps. Okay, you have to go through the steps as everyone else does. And then we've got the Angel of Procrastination. Okay, so once again, this is about you dwelling on the past, thinking a lot, being stuck in your head, not paying attention to like kind of what's going on around you in the present. There's a lot of things that you're thinking about, and you're always going back to it and thinking about it some more, and things that have long passed. And you're still revisiting those thoughts, and it's not helpful for you, and you're missing out on the present moment as well. You're missing out on like the peace of the present moment. And then you've got Angel of Inspiration. Okay, so if you've been putting something on hold, and yes, we had the card, definitely yes, like get inspired, connect with like your true desires in life, and like your hobbies, and find like something that inspires you, that like you want to do. Like put some goals into place, no matter how big or how small. Like have some goals, have something to work towards, and just definitely, just have something nicer on your mind, some inspirations, rather than like dwelling on the past. So like have something that can actually help you move forward. Then we've got the Queen of Roses. Okay, so the Queen of Roses is suggesting something about a love life, I feel, from this card. Okay, but also, someone that is inside her home and she's like really looking at what good things she has around, rather than like thinking about what she doesn't have. She can be grateful for being inside, for having food to eat. This could also be saying, like, I feel from this card, like you need to go outside more and connect with nature some more. Just go for a walk, just sit in your backyard, put a blanket on the ground, on the grass in your backyard, and just like sit there and like look at the sky, look at the clouds, and just do nice things for yourself and get out of your house, but also be grateful for what you have inside the house. And then some additional cards. You guys have 4 cards from this particular deck. So you've got the clock time. So a similar message came for the other group. So basically, the clock is ticking and you feel like you're not doing much. And this is kind of going as well with the theme that I have for this video, like feeling stuck. Like you guys are definitely feeling stuck. The clock is going, but you're not really moving anywhere. You're like exactly where you were a week ago, maybe a month ago. Like you feel trapped and stuck. Okay, but this is saying like you can use the time wisely. You can use it for something good, something beneficial, something that's going to get you somewhere, and having goals and inspiration is definitely going to help with that. Then we've got, who in the world are you? Okay, you need to figure out exactly who you are and what you want to do with your life. Don't just like sit on your couch and just like stare into the TV and just not really think about who you are as a person and what you want to do with life. Like I feel like you need to be asking yourself some important questions, and you need to put a plan together as well. Like sure, it's great to like sit down and watch TV and put every worry on hold and just like do some self-care and like enjoy a good movie, but you can't be doing that forever. Like, you need to find balance, as I was saying earlier. So figure out who you are, and if you don't know who you are, like meditate on it and connect with yourself, like look within yourself. Now you have the time to look inside your soul and figure out who you are meant to be. Then we've got message for a rabbit. Okay, so I feel with this card, you definitely have a gift with like animals, or if you have a pet at home, spend more time with them, connect with like, animals. Just be gentle and caring and loving, and perhaps like treat yourself like you would like your pet. You wouldn't like yell at them, you feed them, you make sure they have enough sleep, they probably have a blanket or something like if they need to sleep somewhere. So like also like look after yourself as well as you would for like an animal. You know what I mean, like you would for a pet. Like you wouldn't like yell at a pet if they I don't know, just sleep too much. If I don't know, like for example cats, they sleep so much in a day, they don't really do much. So sometimes it's okay if you do that as well. Like if you wouldn't yell at your cat for sleeping too much, why would you yell at yourself for sleeping too much? You know what I mean? So sometimes you really have to like just listen to your body and do what it's telling you, but then don't get stuck in that habit, because I feel like group number 2, you are very quickly addicted to behaviors that can turn toxic pretty quickly. So something to be mindful of. But definitely if you have a pet at home, cuddle them and make sure that they are looked after and you are looked after as well. And then the last card we have is manage to be glad, which also has been a theme going on for you guys. Be glad for what you have. I don't want you to compare to other people, like, a lot of people have it worse, a lot of people have it better, blah, blah, blah. Just be thankful. Like every time you open your eyes, just like think about what you're grateful for. You're grateful for your bed, for the blanket, for roof over your head. Now in Australia, the weather's getting colder, so maybe you have a heater and you're grateful that you have a heater at home. Just be grateful for what you have, rather than focusing on what you don't have. And I'm just going to shuffle some additional messages. Okay, so you've got the spiritual strength. Okay, so you need to stop doubting yourself because you are much stronger than you give yourself credit for. You know, your mental capacity is amazing. Like, you can handle a lot of stuff before you crash down. You know, you have a very strong will. And, you know, once you decide you want to do something, like, no one can stop you. That's what I'm feeling. So, like, instead of, like, using it for something bad, like, use it for something good. And just, like, you know, be proud of yourself for how far you have come as well. And then you've got the base chakra card, which is basically all your main needs. You know, so this is like your food, water, shelter, basically, you know, all the basic needs that humans need to survive: sleep, water, you know, things like that. So make sure that your basic needs are being met right now, and that you're grateful for those basic needs, that they are being met. And just, you know, be gentle with yourself, but at the same time, you know, as we said earlier, set some goals and don't just like live from one day to the next. Actually, like, have some kind of purpose that you want to find in life. Okay, so that was your reading group number 2, and I'm going to move on to group number 3. Okay, group number 3, this is your reading. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so the first card that came through for you guys is Hello from Heaven. Okay, so right now in this time, someone that has passed away, a loved one, a friend, a grandparent, you know, anyone that you have lost in your life, they are trying to communicate with you. Okay, so if you've been noticing strange things happening in your house, with things going on, this is someone that has been in your life, that they came back, you know, onto the earth to contact you and let you know that they are with you every step of the way. If you're struggling, you know, they are there to support you, and they never really left you, which is a really beautiful energy. Then we've got Angel Therapy card as well. So, you know, this is telling me that, you know, in your mind right now, you know, you're kind of struggling with everything that's going on. You know, you're kind of thinking a lot right now and going into like negative habits. I feel going back into like bad habits that you like tried so hard to like let go of in the past, and maybe you succeeded, and now like you're going back to those. So the Angel Therapy card is like telling you that, you know, you can always talk to your angels, your ancestors, you know, your loved ones who have passed away, and connect with them and like tell them your worries, because they are listening. So if you feel like you don't have anyone who actually listens to you and your problems and your worries, you definitely do, and you are never alone despite feeling that way. So just remember that, group number 3. And then we've got the Outdoors card. So, you know, it's really easy to feel stuck at home and not go outside. So this could be, you know, as simple as just going outside into your like backyard or your front yard, or, you know, wherever outside, just like sit on the grass, and just like connect and like re-energize with the environment, okay? Like vibe with the environment, okay? To get like your energy back, and like it's going to feel really nice to like be on the sun, just be, you know, a little bit outside, fresh air. It's going to be good for you. So don't forget to do that at some point, because staying at home, it can definitely drive you mad if you stay indoors too long. So remember that. What have we got? So we've got the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay, so the Three of Cups in reverse, this is a kind of a darker energy. This is saying that, you know, you feel trapped, you feel alone, you feel no one understands you, no one is there for you. You know, basically feeling like you're on your own and you're different than everyone else. Like that's what I get from this card, that you feel like different, like there's a line between you and everyone else, you know what I mean? So that is definitely not true, but you know, your feelings are valid, and I'm not gonna like judge you for that, because I definitely sometimes feel like that myself. So I definitely know what you're going through. So just remember that you're you're never truly alone, as we had earlier, the hello from heaven card. But also, like, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, you don't have to, there's no criteria to be like everyone else. Like, you just have to be yourself. And in that, you're doing, the most amazing thing you can do for yourself. Just be yourself. Like, don't worry so much about what other people are thinking of you. Don't worry about that at all. Just, be yourself. Then we've got 9 of Wands, okay? A lot of fire is here, as you can see, a fire energy. So, I feel like things might be a bit, like, heated up. There could be some arguments going on, like, a lot of, like, self-destruction as well. Like, a lot of internal stuff going on. And, there's a lot of fire, and, like, you're basically, I don't know, I feel like right now you're trying to create, not like purposely create more drama, but like you're not willing to like let go of it and like let things die down. You want to like resolve everything, or like you don't want to deal with it, and therefore you're not dealing with it like as you should, if that makes sense. So like also like use your inspirations and your motivations and like, all your motives for like what's gonna be good for you, not for like something bad. Make sure that you're being nice to yourself and you're not doing anything harmful to yourself. And I'll just leave it at that, because, this card definitely, I feel, sense of trappedness, okay? There's this like weird, maze here. So you're trapped and like you don't know which way to go. And then like, it's basically suffocating you, I feel. And there's all this fire here, and she's holding fire, and she's like, well, now I feel like I got out, but I'm not really out. I'm still trapped and stuck. So like from this particular card in this reading, I feel you need to like let go of some of those worries and like let some of the fire die down, and that's gonna help you deal with what's going on in your life. And the next card you have is the Judgment card. So with this card, I feel that you really need to like remember who you are and forgive yourself for like your past mistakes, and also like forgive other people if they have hurt you. Like maybe that's like holding you back right now, not forgiving. So you need to like forgive, or like even just like revisit something from your past, in order to be able to heal that and move forward as well. And I also feel with this card that you need to remember to look after yourself, not just those around you. So here we see the female like holding on this child in her arms right now. Like, it's like a present moment. There's like some zombies or something like weird people at the back. So I feel like that this, lady could be you right now in the present moment, like trying to help everyone else around her, like those that are, struggling at the moment, but forgetting about themselves. So you need to remember to look after yourself and put yourself first. Then we've got the Healer card. Okay, so you definitely need some healing done on yourself, and I think I've already said that that you need to heal something from your life, from your past, but also this card is suggesting that if you have some kind of like health issue or things like that, there are healers around you, like such as like your animals. You see here like a unicorn, and this fairy is like petting him. So like, you have the power to heal other people as they have the power to heal you as well. This could be just like being there for one another, just, looking after yourself, such as like, nutrition, enough sleep, taking things easy, a lot of self-care. So if you are struggling with your health, definitely that's going to improve, I feel, for you. Then we've got listen to your true feelings, okay? So don't hide, and don't pretend that things are better than they actually are. Just be raw and honest with yourself and other people. So if you need extra help, don't be afraid to ask for it, okay? It's not like, don't push away your support. That's what I feel for you guys, group number 3. You're trying to be independent and trying to act all brave and strong, which is a great thing. But right now you need to, I feel, allow other people to help you in order for you to be able to move forward, because you may need the extra help, and that's totally okay. And then we've got a happy surprise card. So something positive is going to come into your life, something really nice, something that's going to bring joy into your life. So don't be, this is like telling me that you need to be open to new people and new opportunities, because from that something really positive can happen, like something positive can come from that. So definitely be open-minded and say yes to as many things as you can right now, if it feels that it's for your highest good, because something good will come out of that, and that's really positive. Let's have a look what else we've got here. So we've got the Muse. Okay, and every time that this particular card shows up in a reading, I feel that your creative ideas are, have the potential to be successful. So if you've started a project or started some idea before and never quite finished it, or you just had the idea and never quite started, this is telling you that once you start and you get things moving, you're going to be blessed with a positive movement forward, and things are going to work out for you. So definitely something, that's something that feels good, some kind of passion of yours. If you give it energy, it's going to end up being really positive. So it's good to revisit that. And then you've got the Eight of Forces, the lightning bolt. Okay, so with the lightning bolt, obviously there's some, the lightning bolt hit this tree, and it's even reflected in the water here. So this definitely feels like something unexpected has happened in your life or will happen that kind of got you into this place of feeling stuck. And, maybe you've been trying to pretend that you didn't see it coming, but maybe you did. And now you just have to realize that it was coming, and you just, weren't ready to accept it. Okay, so with the lightning bolt, on this picture, I see, it's been raining for days, because there's a little flood even happening here. So, you definitely saw the rain coming, but you didn't expect it would get worse, and it did get to that worst stage. And I also feel like if you're doing something self-damaging, some behaviors that are hurting yourself, hurting you in the long run, like toxic relationships, or not eating enough, not sleeping enough, anything like that, drugs and alcohol, if you continue going in that direction, there is going to be a huge, dramatic, drastic thing that occurs that's going to be quite negative. So, now you have the power to change that into a more positive outcome. So, it's in your hands, and you can definitely get out of that and change that. And then we've got the Buddha. Okay, so this card is saying, following with the lightning bolt, if you focus on the good things, if you stay open-minded, spend time in nature, spend time with surrounded, not actually, right now you can't really surround yourself with other people, but even chatting to people online, or just feeling like you are part of something bigger than yourself, feeling like you belong in the world, is definitely going to help you stay on a more positive mindset. And just, spending time in nature, I definitely feel for you guys that, grass and that kind of environment is just going to give you so much energy that you don't have right now. So remember that, and meditate and take things easy. Then we've got Angel of Balance. So you need to remember to find balance in your life, worries and all those commitments and stresses and all that. You need to find balance between that. So if you're working from home, for example, right now, you're not balancing maybe your personal relationship because home has become your work full time and you just can't focus. Or maybe you're just focusing on your relationship and forgetting to do your work that you are meant to be doing from home. You know what I mean? Just find balance and do everything that you need to do, but don't do it to the extremes. Don't do extras, just do what you have to do, because if you do extras, you're going to work overtime, and your body's just going to start shutting down, and it's not going to end well. So make sure that you have that balance in your life. And then you've got the Angel of Love, which is really beautiful. So your love life, if it's struggling right now, this is saying that you've got the Angel of Love that's coming to support you in this relationship, that's coming to help restore that relationship for you guys. Also, if you're single or you've been talking to someone online, this is saying that there's no harm in continuing to talking to that person if it makes you happy. This is just saying that people that you're communicating with, or people in your love life that love you, are a positive influence on your life right now, so don't shut them out. And then the last 3 cards before I shuffle some additional messages. I want to be a queen. Okay, with this card, every time this pops up in a reading, what I feel from this is like you just kind of really forgetting who you are and what you have, and just like being a bit greedy, like I want this, I want that, I want to make sure that I get the best and my family gets the best, and kind of like not caring about other people. Like you're just trying to make sure that you're healthy and okay, but you would maybe even, you wouldn't mind as much if someone else got the bad stuff instead of you, you know what I mean? So I just feel like you need to remember to just be grateful for everything that you have in your life. This could even be, as she's holding a cat, like your pets if you have any at home. Just be grateful for everything that you have, and don't be greedy, don't want more, like be okay with what you have, and don't expect life to just give you this gigantic, just protect you and nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like make sure that you're sharing what you're asking from the universe. You're sharing that with the rest of the world, so you're not just asking for yourself, if that even makes sense. Okay, then you've got the Falling card, and I definitely felt that with the previous cards, and I talked about this with the lightning bolt. What, in whichever direction you're going right now, and you know what I'm talking about, make sure that you are looking after yourself and looking at the bigger picture in the long run, because you're going to keep falling down a rabbit hole if you don't do something different, and it's not going to be pretty. So this is kind of like a warning. Like it's not saying you're definitely going to fall and crash and ruin everything. This is just saying that you need to change something in your life. Maybe this could be, as just like your thinking patterns. It could be, a little change, but any change needs to happen, because the way you're going, you're just going to fall down, and you're going to keep falling down further and further. And then we've got the last card, Impossible Things. So believe in the impossible as well. If you're scared that things are not going to work out in your favor, they definitely can. Believe in positive outcomes, and take everything else I've said in the reading like on board, and just, be hopeful, because if we lose hope, everything else falls apart. So make sure that you have hope and you believe in good things and positive things and kind people in this world and justice. So if you believe in all that, it's going to happen and it's going to work out in your favor. And I'm just going to shuffle a few cards to see additional messages. Okay, so we've got the Suffering in Silence card, as well as Memories of Love. Okay, so these 2 cards, I'll start with the Suffering in Silence. As I said, if you're struggling, make sure that you're reaching out for help. Don't be stubborn. Don't feel like, it's a sign of weakness. It's definitely not. So if you are struggling, make sure group number 3, you are asking for the support that you need. Okay, it's really important that you put your ego away and you just be honest with yourself and everyone else around. Like don't pretend that things are okay if they're not. Like just be real and be honest. And then we've got Memories of Love. So if you're struggling and if you have, if your mind is just if you're just overthinking and you're getting a bit depressed, I feel, just remember the good memories. Focus on the good rather than all the bad that has happened in your life. I definitely do this a lot myself, so I feel like this is even a message for me as well. So it's really easy to focus on everything bad that has happened to us, but make sure that you're focusing on the good as well, so you're not having a black and white thinking. That kind of take the good with the bad and all that stuff. So yeah, that was your reading, group number 3, and I hope that you got something out of it and it resonated. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.